Ancient physical education. A look into the history of physical education reveals that though it has been in the lifestyle of the people through the ages, it has never had a systematic form of effective transfer of knowledge and development of skill in young generations. It was in the form of set of exercise, some games and recreational activities in which the accessible and interest people only took part. The highest recognition in the past for the physical education was indirect and incidental, as the ancient education was generally religious and personal. A historical review of the development of physical education would help to trace the foundation of the subject and to estimate the postulation and theories that had crept in this field. It would also be useful to identify the facts and factors responsible for the low degree of recognition and for the expansion of this education in the future. Early ages. The Aryan who entered India through the northern pass, probably from the Central Asia, had fine body feature and their physical and intellectual aspect were of very high order. In the foreign land, they had to keep their martial spirit alive, and consequently, sportsmanship, riding, running, jumping, wrestling, use of bow and arrow, and of the spear become increasingly popular. Amidst their activities, they concentrated on the development of physical and spiritual well-being. The Epic Age was a period of peace and plenty and may be called the golden age of physical education in India. Ramayana and Mahabharata abound in the exploits of heroes whose physical power is an inspiration even to this day. The name of Ram, Hanuman, Krishna, Arjun and Bhim carry a magical aura with them, and they typify the perfection of human physical form and strength in a unique way. The contribution of the Young Men's Christian Association in reviving the interest in physical education is by and large the most outstanding factor of the significance of the present day. The 20 years of pioneering service by the late Mr. H.C. Buck, YMCA, who founded the first physical education college in India at Madras. In 1920 was a landmark of achievement. The establishment of this college for training education young men as leader in physical education was the beginning of scientific physical education in India. Physical education after independence. After independence, physical education was recognized as a part of a national program of education. The University Education Commission in 1948, Secondary Education Commission in 1952, and Kothari Commission in 1966 all consider physical education as an integral part of a general education and suggested several measures for developing at a different level of education. The Ministry of Education set up two different organizations, namely Central Advisory Board of Physical Education in 1950 and All India Council of Sports in 1954. These organizations are intended to advise the Government of India on policy and program of physical education and sports, and they have made distinctive contribution towards the development of physical education. To illustrate, the Central Advisory Board of Physical Education and Recreation was responsible for the development of a national plan of physical education and recreation in 1956 and national physical efficiency drives in 1959. It was on the recommendation of this board the Government of India started the Lakshmi Bai College of Physical Education at Gwalior in 1957 to train highly qualified teachers of physical education, sports and recreation, and the National Institute for the Sports at Patiala in 1958 to train people in system of scientific coaching and to encourage development of sports in rural areas. Stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. Thank you.